Hi everybody, Captain Bart 1 here, and we are on the road this morning. We are going to the professor's cousin's farm. We're going to donkey pack our gear in today, be overnighting, and with Bush Bummin 29 here, who's driving. I'm co-piloting and navigating, and we'll be shooting some footage today, and we'll get back with y'all when we land here. We're heading on out here. We'll talk to y'all. Okay, everybody, we have arrived. This is Steve, the professor's cousin. This is the donkey that we'll be taking down in the valley. There's Ryan. There's a bunch of pups. And I apologize in advance for the wind noise. We've got south blowing 25, 30, 35. Set up down in the valley. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, everybody, we are in a valley bottom. The first load of donkey packing has been done. Ryan and the professor went back up that way. The trail's kind of obscured by that down brush, but it's up that way, goes up along that ridge and on up into the pasture and such. They went back, and I was going to get firewood prepared, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So there's my digs, the Eno Double Nest, Siltarp 2. I'm camping here. The professor started his shelter half here, and we're kind of in a straight line together, the fronts of our shelters. Fire will be somewhere in this vicinity. We have a very large down tree. That's the couch and the dinner table. There's a creek bed over there. We're expecting rain this evening, but I don't believe anything of torrential, even biblical proportion, nothing nearly like that. Ryan's going to be hammocking somewhere about 90 degrees to my hammock, somewhere in here. We've yet to determine. That's why my shelter's not exactly finished being built. I thought I would kind of at least get set up, and we can kind of go from there. Show you a little bit about where we are. We're in a valley in western central Illinois. We are a little ways northwest of Rushville, for those of you that know or care. And the wind's been blowing out of the south, which is that way. It's supposed to rain this evening. That very large bluff's going to be blocking us, at least for driving rain. I'm sure we're going to get damp, but I don't believe we're going to get wind driven up our skirts kind of thing. So, plenty of downed wood. The only way this would be better if it was leafy green or budding out. It's not, it's nice and all, but there's a ridge up here the professor usually camps on. Actually, there's two. One here. There's one back off, not parallel, but the same plane, just across. There's a little runoff there between them. So, and as usual, my setup, see if I can do it that way. That's a Spec Ops Recon Ruck on an Alice frame. I have two 32-ounce Gatorade bottles for water. Got her suspended here. This is tubular webbing with a carabiner. I just tied a little knot to act like a stopper. 2 wraps, so it's a 4-part. Clipped it in. My pack stays off the ground. And back over here, we're going to dodge the brambles and such. Go over here to my man bag. We all remember this from my first video. The leather coach purse with some whatnot, space blanket, my woodsy belt, my saw, some trash bags, my camera case, and just a thermal shirt. Now I did bring stuff like a set of long underwear, a sock cap, a balaclava, just in case the temperature's supposed to drop tonight and the wind's going to shift and come out of the northwest, which would be about that direction. And the hike out could be a great deal cooler than the hike in. Right now I'm in shirt sleeves. It's probably 65 degrees in this valley right now. So anyway, I'm going to get off here and we'll come back to you in a little bit. We're going to do some, get some fire prep done, be trying out a new knife, the Becker BK9 with custom micarta handles. Well, they're not custom, they're from Tomar's. There's that rascal. I don't know that there'll be a report on it this trip, probably not. I want to get some miles on it before I pass judgment. Also be the first try for, to get out of my pocket, this here. This is a Queen Cutlery teardrop folder. I saw it on Dusty, iHatchet Jack. Saw it in one of his videos and was intrigued, so I ended up getting myself one. We'll see how I like it. It is D2, a single blade liner lock. Interesting. I've been a tactical folder guy for the last 15 years, and this is quite a departure to what I would call a granddad's knife. So we'll see how that goes. Professor talked about some compass orienteering here later on today. We'll see how that goes. We need to get lunch made. All kinds of good stuff on this trip. Looking to have a lot of fun, even with the rain and the weather and such. So we'll get back with you again here in a little bit, folks. Okay, everyone, here's our next installment here. Ryan set up, well, partially set up his Warbonnet Blackbird and his tarpage. And there I am. You're not getting a very good perspective of this. Let me move. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. He's like that. I'm like this. And then there's the Professor's shelter half. There's the Professor with the donkey. We're going to go water said donkey. We had just finished lunch. It's around 2 p.m. And we're going to go get the donkey watered, and we've got some firewood done, and we had ourselves a goodly little lunch of steak and potatoes and a little bacon and some onion. I got nothing. Anyway, so it's clouded up a bit. It was sunny when we come down to the valley. It's clouding up. It's going to be an interesting evening, which is how people say it's going to get ugly soon. So, according to the smartphone, the weather's supposed to pick up around 7 p.m. tonight. So, we're trying to get staked out, tarped out, all kinds of setup so we don't get... that's a good view of the camp. And we got a couple of guests here, right there. The farmer that owns this property, two of the farm dogs, they decided they wanted to come camp with us because we look like a lot more fun. Anyway, so we got us a little fire going. We'll be stoking that back up for supper later. I believe we're going to take a little look around, and we'll get back with y'all here directly.